right, Chinny Road 2024 has officially begun. I'm a mile from the house at the local Vons. Just picked up some snacks. And now I'm going to start the drive towards Death Valley and go check out Badwater Basin. It is allegedly a lake right now. This is the section of the desert that's really gorgeous. Went over a pass and then it just opens up and it's huge and immense and gorgeous. It reminds you that the desert can be really beautiful and really awesome. It's morning of day 2. I just woke up, which is probably pretty obvious. I slept in the vehicle. I'm on some BLM land called like Sandy Valley Road or something. But yeah, now I need to get up and put things away and get moving. I'm here at Coral Pink Sand Dunes in Utah. Curious if the audio is just terrible here, if you can even make out anything I'm saying, but I'm walking along the ridge right now, kind of the big sand dune. We got people sledding and sandboarding and dune buggies in the background. It's a fairly chilly morning, like mid-30s. I stayed out at this BLM land, probably a mile or so off the highway there. I need to warm up my hands. That's the thing that mostly bothers me when it gets cold, is my hands. Right, I'm hiking back from the sand caves. They are super cool, man-made, but really cool nonetheless. It's a pretty short hike, probably not even a mile. Super easy. Lots of people come there, but if you hang out long enough, you'll have it all to yourself. I was just on the other side of Kanab at the Reservoir, which was a cool little spot. I went there because I knew it had a little outdoor workout area, and I figured it'd be a cool place to hang out, maybe have lunch and do a little exercise. And to my surprise, there was a little man-made bouldering area. And at first I thought it was just like a dinky little thing for kids. No, it's rad. So it had 3 boulders, and you'd walk up to the boulder and there'd be like a VB, V0, and then as you walked around the boulder, you'd get different grades, and there was some overhanging stuff that was too hard for me to do, and then other things that were way easy and other things that were kind of right in that right zone. So I did that for a little bit, actually got a pretty decent workout. It's a cool little spot. It is a legitimate little bouldering area. How stupid do I look? Oh, pretty stupid. Man, that hat hair is not doing me any favors. So shortly, I'm heading to do my first interview of this trip with Cheryl's Jocelyn.
I don't know what it is. There's something about just being in areas where only the brave and bold go. The people that you meet and the teamwork, like you can go to a rendezvous and meet somebody for the first time, and by the end of the day, you're just best friends.
It's morning, day 4. I just woke up. I'm camped here over by Tabernacle lava tubes. You might be able to hear how windy it is. And I got in pretty late and it's been windy as hell. It's kind of wind that shakes the whole vehicle and occasionally throws things at the vehicle. But I'm here to check out these lava tubes. That wind is no joke. Sometimes it's pushing me around. The wind is blowing like hell today. And it is blowing all these tumbleweeds down into these caves. So I'm gonna hike through some more. This looks like it's the section where we start getting the ceiling again and we start getting all these cool skylights. Yeah, these storm clouds are definitely rolling in, making my way out of the lava tube area back to Meadow so I can get up to Salt Lake and get through the areas that are allegedly gonna have this big winter storm, maybe blizzard. It's unclear to me, but it has been windy as hell and tons of clouds are pouring in now. And I still got a ways to go, but I should be able to outrun this thing. That's part of the reason I drove as far as I did last night, is so I could be well ahead of it. And hopefully that's the case. I am dodging so many tumbleweeds right now. They are all over the highway. But I didn't completely bypass the storm because it is snowing. Hopefully it won't be too much snow for me to contend with, but it is actively snowing right now. I am in Brigham, gateway to the world's greatest wild bird refuge, which I will clearly not be going to because it is snowing. All right, day 4, and I finally made it to a campground before it was dark. I'm camped here in Idaho on the Snake River. There is animal shit all over the place around here. But other than that, it's a pretty cool little area. I'm the only person here. I can tell it's gonna be a cold ass night because my hands are already really cold and the sun is not down yet. I think it's probably upper 20s right now. So yeah, gonna be a chilly night in the car. Glad I have 2 sleeping bags. Welcome to snowy Boise. Snowing more than it's supposed to be. Last night ended up snowing on me at the campsite. I was there by myself all night. Got pretty chilly. The wind died down, thankfully, so that was helpful. But when I woke up, it was snowing, and the drive out, everything was covered in snow. It was actually pretty awesome. So now I'm in Boise trying to figure out whether to keep heading towards Oregon right now or wait, because this snow is supposed to stop in about an hour. And it's not heavy, but it's nice to be able to drive when you can see what you're doing. And hey, the battery is finally warm again. I tried to record stuff earlier and the fucking GoPro would die within 5 seconds every time. Yeah, so it was a cold night. Let's see if this battery can take this. pretty excited. I'm over here, and that's the border to Washington right there. I'm still in Oregon, but that is the Columbia River right there. I'm staying at a campground, an actual proper campground that I paid money for. I'll be able to take a shower, which should be awesome. And I get to sleep in the tent, which maybe some people think doesn't sound very comfortable. It's gonna be so comfortable. I'm so happy I'm gonna sleep in a tent. It's gonna be a lap of luxury. All right, finally got this thing working again. I just had to take the battery out and stick it under my crotch to warm it up because it kept shutting off within like 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds tops. I am driving through Oregon along the Columbia River. Last night was pretty nice in the tent. I had 2 sleeping bags, so I was super comfy. So got some unexpected rain right now. And I had thought it was gonna be windy. I knew there might be a little bit of rain. I didn't expect it to be windy. It's been pretty windy coming from this side by my head. And I didn't guy out the tent, and so I'm getting water underneath the rain fly. I stopped by Boardman earlier, which the only reason I stopped by Boardman is I was nearby. And for some reason, a few months ago, the podcast was getting thousands of downloads out of nowhere from Boardman, Oregon, and I still have no idea what that was about. So I'm here at a wildlife refuge on Yakima land in Washington. It is midday, so I don't have a lot of expectations of seeing anything, but I figured it would be worth stopping by and checking it out. It's also the warmest I've experienced and the sunniest I've experienced in the last few days. It's upper 40s. So I'm here in the Motel 6. I was having a hard time finding any campgrounds that were open or any free BLM land or public lands to stay on, and it was rainy and snowy and I couldn't find anything around Snoqualmie. So I opted to come to an inexpensive Motel 6, which actually pretty decent motel. A lot of times when I go to motels, they're fucking terrible. But this place is actually pretty good. So the Motel 6 in Issaquah, good place, good price. So I am probably gonna go check out Snoqualmie Falls before I go meet up with Morgan at her tiny house and record a podcast episode today.
After my dad died, and just thinking about all of this stuff that you acquire that you can't take with you has made me realize that I don't want that for myself. I just feel like if I were to go back to a full-sized home or something like that, I would end up filling space with stuff I don't need.
So I am in Bend, Oregon now, and I am back in a motel room. Now that I'm in Bend, I'm going to stay 3 nights in this motel. I have 3 interviews to do here. I'll be here for about a week. But I've been in this motel most of the day because I've been working, getting the podcast episode ready that needs to release on the 16th.
The feeling of being terrified ceases as soon as you cross that curtain and those eyeballs aren't on you. Then all of a sudden, nothing else exists except that moment in time, and you forget. And all of a sudden, boom, it's over, and you're like, what? Well, why was I so afraid? Like, this is amazing.
I'm on this super loose, steep downhill dirt trail, and it's a hot day, and I have my jerseys unzipped, and I got my jog bra underneath it. Coming down, it's like super technical, just hold on. All of a sudden, a big swarm of bees just comes and flies into my jersey. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like pulling the zipper, and I'm just trying to shake them out, and I think I only got like 1 or 2 stings, and I didn't crash.
I'm meeting people that I wouldn't normally come in contact with, high schoolers, young people. It's just not part of my normal experience. And it gives me a ton of hope. So much, people are discouraged about young people today or whatever, but man, the people who work at Sparrow, man, they work hard, they play hard, they look out for each other, they care about their customers. So it gives me hope.
Alpaca or baby llama is called a cria, so sometimes they'll try to get into the field to get the cria, and they'll use either a llama or a full-grown alpaca, like a adult alpaca, to scare away. They're guard animals, which is kind of crazy.